gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I am a weak-willed individual. I'm someone fueled by anger, rage, and spite. Now, the reason for my unbridled anger is every year, athletes, people no different from you and I, who can jump a little bit higher and run a little bit faster. Every year, these people are signing lucrative contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, I'm not mad for some boyhood dream where I wanted to play in these leagues. I want some of that recognition. I want to get paid. Now I can see it in your faces. Matt, you're not a professional athlete. How dare you speak like that to me? And it seems like you all don't remember your history. So gather around, children, for let me tell you a tale of the greatest sports game ever played, where I was its key and shining figure, so that you may spread it around, so that I can finally get paid. Let me take you all back. The year is 2009. The location, the holy mecca of youth basketball in Boynton Beach, Florida. I'm of course talking about the local YMCA. Now, being a member of this prestigious athletic institution, up until that point, the yellow team, they had never sniffed a win. But in 2009, with that first overall draft pick, well, who else would they select? A much smaller, a little bit wider Matthew Perlas. But I led that golden generation to the exact opposite of what they were experiencing. A winless season, it became an undefeated season. Now, what would be the cherry on top to an undefeated season? Why, of course, winning the entire championship. But I can't lie, guys. The people standing before us in that final match was the only team to ever contend with us in the season. Our most bitter rivals, the red team. And on that day, I wasn't feeling 100% Matthew Perlas. No. It was more of like an 80 to 85%. But that was immediately cured when in that locker room, our coach took us in, he gathered us all around, and he gave the most passionate, heartfelt speech a kid should hear. He came up and he said, "Now guys, I want you all to have fun out there, and don't forget your fundamentals and teamwork." Now to you guys, that was just some words of encouragement. But to a premier athlete, I could read between the lines. He said, "I want you to go out there, I want you to maul the red team. Leave no one standing." Message received. And clearing out the locker room, walking to the gymnasium, guys, the butterflies were still there. I was locked in, but I could feel the tension. Seconds moved like centuries, which then turned into eternities. The butterflies dissipated, because as soon as we walked through the double doors and we saw the tens of parents in attendance, they bore witness to the greatest basketball game ever played. I'm talking about Muhammad Ali versus Tyson, guys. Godzilla versus King Kong. They would score, we would score. We would score, they would score. A never-ending struggle. Now in this high-scoring game, it came down to the final 3 seconds. The score, it was 20-20. Now, with 3 seconds left on the clock, I found myself extremely lucky. Out in the open, my team frantically threw me the ball. And in one fell motion, I caught it and I chucked it up in the air. And as soon as the ball left my fingertips, but the sound to pierce the silence was a swish. The final score, red team 20, yellow team 22. My teammates scrambled around me. My coach was jumping for joy. The parents in this crowd, they were like, "Yeah, woohoo, yeah, good job." Ladies and gentlemen, that was the greatest game ever played. Now I can see it all in your faces. Matt, you are right. Why aren't you getting paid? And to that I say, yes, I agree with you finally. So, my call to action to you guys today, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family friends, your friends of your families. Do whatever it takes so that I can finally get paid. And if it's anything that you need to take from this speech, guys, it's this. It's my autograph. It might be worth something someday.
Oh my God.